Good morning, everybody. It's Saturday morning, November the 6th. And I know that y'all have been reminded 100 times, just like I have, that it's daylight savings time ends tonight at 2 a.m. So we have to turn back time. And I was just thinking about things in my life. If I could actually turn back time, what I would do differently. Well, for one thing, I wouldn't be carrying a package in my arms and blocking my pathway and misstepping down off of a curb, because this, oh Lordy, y'all, it's more than a sprained ankle. I don't know what it is, but it sure hurts. But I'm doing better. I got my stick here. I thought I could go without it, but every time I did try to walk on my sprained ankle without the cane, it made the injury worse and the pain much worse. So I really didn't want to have to get out and walk on it today, but I have no choice because I got my Social Security check on the 3rd, and rent is due and bills are due. So I don't have a checking account. I haven't really felt that I needed one because I get my Social Security money via Direct Express, and then most of my other transactions are done through my PayPal and my PayPal debit card. It's a MasterCard, so I can use it just like a debit card too. So that's how I get my YouTube earnings and things like that. But I'm on my way to the post office to buy money orders to pay my rent. This is a fairly, it looks like a huge post office from the outside. It's like 3 or 4 stories high, but actually the customer area is very small, so I shouldn't have to stand in line too long. People here are really nice, so somebody, if they see me with my stick, they might let me go in front of them. But what I was thinking today, if I could turn back time, what would I change in my past? What is the most important thing to me that I would change and do differently? Oh, I got a parking spot up close too. This is good. Well, the one thing that I would definitely do differently is I would get my college education. That was the biggest mistake that I've ever made in my life, was not finishing college. You know, I made it through one semester at Pearl River. It's called Pearl River Community College, but back when I attended in 1969, it was called Pearl River Junior College. But, you know, I really can't blame myself for not finishing college, because when I think about the things in my life that made me make that decision to drop out of college, at that time, you know, it really made sense to me. And the main thing was the abuse that I was having to live through in my home life with my parents and Dorothy and Lamar and all of their screaming and yelling and cussing and slapping and beating and whipping me all the time. You know, I felt like I just had to get out of the house. So I married Scott. You know, he's the first guy that asked me to marry him, and even though I didn't love him, I really didn't even like him. You know, I just married him to get out of the house. Have any of y'all ever done that? Was your first marriage just to get out of the house and get away from your parents and get out of a bad situation? And did you end up in a good marriage, or was it like jumping out of the skillet into the fire? I feel like that's what I did. I just jumped right out of the skillet and right into a burning fire. But I reckon I learned from it. You know, I did learn not to ever marry somebody that I wasn't in love with. And whenever I met John, I definitely fell head over heels in love with him. And even though I married an alcoholic, not knowing, because I was still only 20 years old when I married John. In fact, we would have had our 50th wedding anniversary had the marriage survived on September the 27th of this year. Yeah, we were married September the 27th, 1971. And, you know, that marriage would have survived if it had not been for the alcohol addiction. I did love John, and I know that he loved me. He loved me more than anything, but he just couldn't deal with the disease of alcoholism. And yes, I do believe it is a disease. It's a progressive illness, and if not treated, it does get worse over time. So I was just wondering if y'all feel like writing some comments today, if you want to talk a little bit about the mistakes that you made in life, and if you could turn back time, what kind of change would you have made? What kind of decision do you think that you would have made differently and done differently in your life? So it's a beautiful day here. Let me see if I can see what the temperature is. Oh, it's 52 degrees, and the sun is shining bright and beautiful, so I expect it to be a lovely day today. We've had a little rain this week, but not a lot. I was able to increase my physical therapy. In fact, I found a physical therapist on YouTube who has a doctor's degree in physical therapy. I didn't even know there was such of a degree available, but I guess you can get a doctor's degree in just about anything nowadays. This doctor of physical therapy, he had some more techniques, different types of exercises to work the joint a little more in depth. One of them is actually standing on a pillow and doing the exercises on the pillow, because it does place the ankle in a different angle, and it just exercises it in different areas. That kind of reminds me of the physical therapy that I was going through when I broke all 3 bones in my right ankle. I remember towards the end of the physical therapy, I guess I had been in physical therapy probably about 6 or 8 weeks. And Jill and I were living in Asbury Park, and the physical therapist, I had told him, of course, when you're in physical therapy for an hour or so, you tend to talk about your life. So he knew that I lived near the beach in Asbury Park, and he said, then go for a walk on the sand. He said the sand is perfect physical therapy for your ankle, because every step you take, it turns it in a different direction. Well, I am not going to be driving to Jones Beach to walk on the sand or anywhere else. So I thought, well, the pillow is a little bit like that. Lord, y'all, the line is long in there. It's wrapped all the way around. It's like 2 lines. One thing that takes up so much time in a post office is people standing in line to get their passports. That's very time consuming, and usually there are maybe two clerks working the regular counter and one doing the passports. So I reckon I've got almost a half a tank of gas, so I'm not going to have to get out of my car and walk and pump gas today, which is a good thing. So I just go ahead and get my money orders and fill them out and mail my bills while I'm here today, and then I can go back home and finish nursing and taking care of this ankle. So I want to thank Zeus for the beautiful videos that he took of the Smoky Mountains and the East Tennessee area while he was driving there last weekend. And also I want to thank Marion and Vincent for the beautiful videos of Italy that they did for us. It was just so much fun, and it's just so much fun watching that couple. They are so in love, and it's so obvious. We really enjoy your videos, Marion and Vincent. So y'all just keep up the good work. And I have some videos from another subscriber. They're of Vermont, and I'm just waiting to hear back from him and his wife, so that, I can post those videos also. Thank you for being here today, guys. Y'all please give me a thumbs up and share, and y'all just keep on coming back. Goodbye, guys.